Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we're doing something special. I'm going to show you my entire luxury eyeshadow palette collection. I have 21 and I have been collecting these for I think about 12 years, but most of them are acquired in the recent years. And I've also received some from my mom which she didn't use. So that's my little disclaimer. And now let's dive into it. I thought I'd start with the oldest one, which is this one from Dior. It's this pastel palette, and this is one I got from my mom. You can see how old it is because the little brush is already destroyed. This one is called Seascape, and I'm not sure how old it is, but I think it is the oldest one, so maybe about 10 years. 15 years, I'm not sure. Anyway, this is not one of my favorites. I think I might just declutter this one in the near future because the pastel tones just really didn't work out that great. Then I have this mini from Dior. And you can see it's very cute. It has the little... I got this as a sample with a mascara purchase, so it was a 2-in-1 deal. This one is called Royal Khaki, and I actually love taking this one with me when I'm on vacation or just somewhere else, because it really has all you need, and you can use it with your fingers if you're in a hurry. Then we're moving on to a very special one. This one is called House of Greens, and this was my first Dior palette. I only got this from my parents about 6 years ago, but it was on vacation to the southern Netherlands, and we go there every year, but this one was very special to me. I used it a lot. This is when I really started getting into makeup, and this was a very special formula back then. Now it's okay, it's not even that bad, but I think the current Dior formula is a little bit better. But I'll always hold on to this one. Okay, moving on to my more recent Dior purchases. This is my probably favorite Dior palette. It's called 277 Defy. And it's this beautiful blue color scheme. And I especially love this bluish silver and this metallic blue. Dior makes some really nice metallic shades. And also this pastel blue works pretty nicely. So I use this one a lot. This one is from a limited edition collection. I think it was spring 2018. It's called Thrill. And this is also one of my most used palettes. You can see how many dents there are in it. This was my favorite palette until I got the blue one. Just because the pinks in this one don't perform perfectly. They are nice, but they're not perfect. I still love this color scheme. Then finally, from the older Dior palettes, I have this one, Devilish. I think this was the fall collection of 2018. And I really didn't see many reviews about this one. But it's nice. I still use this one a lot. It has this nice matte red, and almost all the shades are a little bit satiny, but mostly matte, and you can create some really cool looks with this one. Then Dior released this fall a couple of new palettes. And I have 3 of them. One is from the holiday collection and 2 are from the regular collection. And I'll show you the regular collection first. So this one is called Denim. And it's this beautiful blue color story, but a little bit more aqua instead of the other blue. I'm not really sure about this one. I think it's a shame that this center color is a little bit too yellow. It would be nice if it was just a very light minty color or something. I think that would have been better, but I still love the quality of these. And then from the same collection, I have this one that I received for Christmas, and this is one of my favorites. I'm not really sure if it's the favorite because I haven't used it that much and I haven't had it for so long. But this, I'm gonna swatch it. This is just a beautiful, I'm not sure if you can see, a beautiful glittery black. And then this silver metallic. That's just one little swipe and it's perfect. And this black is very nice and workable. So this is a very nice, well-rounded, little bit smoky palette. And then during the holidays, they released a very smoky palette, which also has a beautiful silver. This is Black Knight, and this was one of the 2 palettes they released. And I picked it up because I really thought there would be more diversity. But effectively, all these 3 or even 4 shades look about the same. So that was a little bit of a disappointment. But this also has this beautiful silver. I'll swatch it next to the other silver. See, it's a lot lighter, but still very pretty. So that was it for my Dior section. Now we're moving on to Chanel. And this one actually contains, I think, the oldest palette I ever received. I was a bit of a bougie teen. I had a lot of Chanel and Dior products when I went to high school. And I actually got one when we were in Paris. And it's this one. It's called Lagon. And in its day, this was really the perfect palette. I also had a smoky eye one, but I lost it. And these 2 palettes I wore almost every day. I usually only wore one shade, the lightest one or the second to lightest one, because, well, I wasn't that into heavy makeup, but still, sometimes I would go all out. The thing is, these are in the old Chanel formula, and while they're not bad, they're just a little bit powdery, and especially the lighter blue shades really didn't pick up on the brush very well. So with the applicators you could make it work, but still it's not the same formula Chanel has nowadays. And I have another one in this range, which I bought a lot more recently, but still, it's this one. It's called Tissé Vendôme. And I really love this color story. I think I bought it about 5 years ago and I have used it a lot. You can see the domes are a little bit more flattened. And also this one works better with the little applicators. But still, it's not as creamy and pigmented as the Chanel eyeshadows are nowadays. So moving on to those more recent ones. This one I think came out about 1.5 years ago. It's in the Blurry series and this is Blurry Green. Now this one is very nice and pigmented. I haven't used it that much yet because there is one light green shade lacking, I think. All the looks I create with this one turn out very dark. So yeah, that's not always appropriate. And then this one was from the fall collection of 2020. This is Candeur et Séduction, which is the famous red toned palette with the beautiful metallic shade. I think this is my favorite Chanel palette that I've ever owned. Moving on to Charlotte Tilbury. Now I've only dabbled with Charlotte Tilbury for the last 1.5 years, I think. But I did pick up some very pretty pieces. Starting with, I think this is the original Pillow Talk palette. I got this one for Christmas this year. Together with the, where is it? The Pillow Talk palette of Pops. I think there was a deal on Charlotte Tilbury's website where you received this one for free if you bought for about $120. And I love using these together. They're really my new favorites. I like picking these up with a brush, also this pop shade, because it got hard panned so quickly. And well, I'm very annoyed by that because these are expensive. But you can see together they make the most beautiful light color story. And I couldn't be happier with them. And then earlier in 2020 she came out with the Color Eye series and she released 4 palettes which were meant to fit with all eye colors. And I have green eyes, so I should have purchased the green one and the maroon one according to her schedule, but I didn't. I bought the other 2 because they appealed to me more. So I bought Super Blue, which is this crazy blue palette. Unfortunately, this one turned out very dark and this one wasn't very pigmented, but still, if you really pack on these, this pop shade, then it's very beautiful. But my favorite Charlotte Tilbury palette that I own is Copper Charge. And I think I have green eyes, but they're a little bit blue. They're a little bit, well, not defined. They're also a little bit gray. So I think this one, which is meant for blue eyes, really makes my eyes pop as well. And this one has just the most perfectly pigmented matte shade, which I will show you. Do you see that? That's just one little swipe and they blend out perfectly. The only shade that's a little bit lacking is this pop shade, but I don't even really care because the other shades are just so pretty. Now we have a few miscellaneous things, things I don't own that many from. I have this one eyeshadow palette from Tom Ford. I got this off of the recommendation of Morgan Turner. She ranked all her Tom Ford palettes and she's really into purple and I love purple as well. So I thought, let's pick up Pretty Baby, which has this beautiful shade, which is duochrome, which is lavender and blue. Let's see if I have a clean finger. Do you see? Wait. And on the eye, this is truly a magnificent shade. And also these other satin shades are really nice and creamy. And I think this is one of my favorite palettes of all time. And also in Paris, but in another trip to Paris only a couple of years ago, I got this Dolce & Gabbana palette, which the packaging is so cute on this one. And I use this a lot. You can see there are some heavy dents in it. You can have this gray and then this nice blue one, which you don't really see that often. It's a sort of blurry mint. I'm not really sure. And then you have these two very nice greens. And I usually use the top two shades together or the bottom two shades together. And really, I've used this so much. It's very pretty. You can't get Dolce & Gabbana anywhere in the Netherlands, I think. So I only purchase something from them when I'm outside of the Netherlands. So I bought a lipstick when I was in Athens. And then I bought this one when I was in Paris. And, well, that's just a little tradition. I'll probably keep going. Then finally, we have some YSL. I have two more, but they're with my parents at this moment. So the one that I have here is called, oh, I think it's just number 5. But it's this nice violet colored one and I really love this one. It's not that extreme, but they are pigmented enough that you can really see them. And this is for a nice wearable purple look. You can really see it's purple, but the shades are not so in your face. So I really love using this one. And then my most recent YSL purchase was this little mono shadow, which I'm also going to swatch because this is beautiful. It's a glitter shade. It's this one. And I'm going to swatch it. Do you see how extremely glittery that is? It's so amazing and it just keeps going. I could probably go all around my arm with this one. It's really awesome and I got this on sale. So that's my little mini. And then from YSL I also have a taupe colored one and one with a lot of gold, but I can't remember their names, but they're a little bit older. So that is my eyeshadow palette collection. Now, if I was going to declutter anything, which I'm not because, well, I'm a little bit fond of all of these. They all have a story. But if I was going to declutter something, and I might in the future, I would declutter this one. Just because the quality is not that great. I would declutter the two older Chanel palettes. Wait, let me show you. This one. And the blue one. And I think that's it. I really love all the other ones, so yes. This was more to show you my collection of luxury eyeshadow palettes than anything else. Let me know what palettes of these you have used and what your favorite is. And also let me know if you want a dedicated video on my favorites or on any of these palettes, because I can definitely do that and I can always use some good ideas. So thank you so much for watching. This was new to me, so I hope you enjoyed. And also let me know if you want to see a high-end or drugstore version of this video. Bye!